So I think I want everything like down right here, maybe underneath, right underneath that tree, because I'm not coming back this way. I'm raising the canopy a little bit, not the whole way, but they want all the dead stuff cut off for sure. Am I gonna hit my truck?
Hey, you're good. Joe likes his Stihl chainsaws, and when he was in, he actually saw the rep, and the rep offered to let him use the new MSA 220 TC. He's been running the Husqvarna T542i, so now we have a direct comparison for the Stihl versus Husqvarna. We made a great video on it too, so if you want to check it out, click the link above. Joe, what makes the electric saw good for this kind of stuff?
Well, I don't have to keep starting it, for one. It's quiet, not waking up the neighborhood. Up we go. How high up? We can go a little higher. Trying to come up from under the canopy is what sucks the most, because you get poked by everything. Heads up. And then of course it's oak. And all oak wants to do is grab onto everything. Yeah, oak. Crazy. Crazy gnarly. Get out of here. Suppose it would help if we put the lanyard on, huh? All right. God. Just gotta keep hitting the damn button. Let it go, man. Let it go. Oh. I'll tell you what, I will never buy this saw. And it's for exactly the reason, and this is the Stihl MSA 220 TC, because the arborists online all said that the on button shuts itself off after like 5 seconds if you keep pushing it. So I can make one cut, two cut, shuts itself off. Gotta push the button again. I've already had it where I was in the middle of a cut. I let off the gas for a little bit, just for a second, to see what the branch was gonna do, and saw shut off. I had no power. Gotta push the button again in order to get it to do anything. So
one of the reasons I'm recording today is because Joe is testing out the new Stihl top handle electric. It certainly looks like it cuts effectively, but you would expect that from a new saw with a big enough battery and situation.
Think this will do damage if I free fall it?
It might.
See, right there, I had to push the button again in order to start. And I'll tell you what, though, that saw sure does shred. But could be the chain they put on it. It's full chisel. Why did they put a full chisel chain on a top handle saw, especially an electric one? Gosh golly, I don't know the answer to that one. Probably because it's what they had. It was cheap. This is a demo saw, and they don't want Lumber Joe wrecking things. Well, do you blame them? It's like we got to get that whole thing. Yeah. Here goes. And that is one trimmed up tree. It's kind of wobbly up here. Yeah.
Looks like you're hanging out in a treehouse up there.
Hey, look out below. That almost hit my truck.
I mean, this would be an incorrect statement.
Oh, it did hit my truck?
Just a little bit, though.
Did it do damage?
Just the tip.
That's what happens when you don't put a relief cut in it. I'm sorry, a face cut. And I thought I was done with this tree.
Yeah.
There we go. There. Heads up, Riley, anyone coming down? Part of the tree, even though the branch is dead, we don't want to cut this part here because it won't let the tree scab over correctly. It would just leave an open wound on the side of the tree. Same thing over here. Same thing from here to here. Stuff. The other pain in the butt with canopy jobs and using a lift coming down from the top is that your bucket either pushes branches down or you're swimming in them on the way up until you get underneath them. And then we just keep coming down if we can. Sooner or later it'll stop me. There we go. That's all we got. Then we got to do this number. And then, up. Don't push the wrong buttons while you're up here. It just makes things take longer. Oh, shoot.
Got the pole saw for these ones?
Yeah, here's the pole saw. You ready? Definitely not OSHA approved. Stupid.
And you're not quite tall enough to get up on the ground.
Oh, that's what happens when you're too tall.
Now you can get the rest of it.
Saw versus the Husky 542. It doesn't have a safety on it. Pushing the button to turn the saw back on is the safety. So zoom in up here once. This pushes down freely on the saw, just like that. So we could go like this all the time, but it's because the button isn't on. Now that it's on, everything's still free form, and then it shuts off just like that. And if you feather it in a cut, you're gonna have to push the button again in order to finish your cut, and it's ridiculous. So we don't like spending more time in trees than we have to, or in a lift than we have to. Why should we have to fuddle around for an extra half a second to a second pushing a button, 20, 30, 100 times a day? Sometimes the artist has to step away from his painting in order to get the picture. And look at this. I mean, I'd probably still climb it. Live oak doesn't just pop like, say, a popple or a cottonwood or something would. But yeah, not super, wouldn't be super thrilled about it, that's for sure. Wait a tick. Here's a thought. Oh, look at how this works. The saw doesn't shut off if you hold the back strap down. Blinks, says it's ready. You let go, it shuts it off. There's the issue. Okay. We got it figured out. Because I always let off like a firearm. You always index your finger. I always let off the back strap so I can't accidentally pull the trigger. And my training, if you will, with a chainsaw, safety training, says, hey, that's actually slowing you down now. It's what do they call that? Call it a mommy state, where they over-engineer safety into things because they think that the consumer's an idiot in order to stave off lawsuits. Who knows?
Hey, thanks for watching. And remember, go check out that video where we compared the Stihl to the Husqvarna. It's worth a watch if you're interested in either of them.